Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Paladins. Screw all that Smite stuff that just happened on screen. We're talking about Paladins.
We love Smite too.
We do. But now it's Paladins time.
Hi, I'm Dry Bear, and this is Janitorial Services.
I'm here because the chair was empty, and I was embarrassed because I didn't clean it yet.
Yeah.
So we're here to talk about CB22. This is the patch that we're aiming for this week. It includes a couple big changes to the game mode. The primary game mode, and also some of the ways the cards work. Though the card system largely will stay the same, we just have some tweaks that we want to make sure that fits a little bit more into the meta.
We got some heavy changes coming today.
Heavy?
Well, on this patch.
In the patch, yes. In the patch, not today.
Not today.
In the patch, we have some stuff changing.
This patch has some good changes to it, and it may be worthwhile just to explain some of the design philosophy where we're going with on this and the reasons we're making some of these changes.
Okay.
So what are they?
So right now, we have several game modes available to play with: Siege, Survival, Payload. We have the card system in there as well. There are two different types of cards in the game. There are the shared cards, which are shared across all champions, and they're just general basic stats like health. And then we have the champion-specific cards, which modify your abilities or make you specific in certain ways. So what we're looking at specifically from a design side is the game modes and how those function, and also how that shift happens during the match. Right? So how does the flow go? To capture a point to push a siege engine, shooting at a siege engine, shooting at a gate, making sure you can make changes during the match.
Maybe you need to let me explain it. I'm not sure that I have a better explanation, but I can give it a try.
Go for it. Let's do it.
So let's see. There's a few things we've been contending with for a long time now in trying to figure out what the ideal game mode is. And the issues that we were trying to solve is the variety of game modes that we have and how we can potentially integrate those game modes together in a way that still makes sense, and also in situations that will let us have the appropriate game time and the various elements of either some kind of leveling or in-game economy. There's a lot of things that we're trying to do at the same time.
And match variety.
And right now we have the Siege mode, we have Payload mode, as the main modes of the game, and we tried to integrate them in the past, and what we ended up having most of the time is games that lasted an hour plus.
Yes.
Because nobody would push the siege all the way.
Nobody was on the dang card.
Nobody was on the dang card. So we actually came up with something a little bit different this time that still incorporates that game mode, and that's what we'll be trying out fairly soon.
Yes.
So let's. Do we want to explain or show? We should probably explain first.
Let's explain first.
All right, so the basic game mode has changed to the siege engine, the capture point, still behaves the same way. You go and you capture. Well, let me step back first. The objective of the game now is no longer to destroy the vault.
Correct.
We'll start from objective down.
Yes.
The objective of the game is to get 4 points.
You're not shooting at gates anymore.
Well, we'll get to that, but basically it's to get 4 points.
Yes.
Right? And the 4 points may be illustrated in the future by having towers come down or something else. But for now, what we care about is that there are 4 points that you need to get before your enemy team does. And to get points, you can get them in one of two ways. When you capture a point, you get 1 point.
1 point.
And when you capture a point, it spawns a siege engine that's really a payload now because you have to walk it.
Spawns a payload.
And if you get it to the center court of the enemy base, you get an additional point.
That's 2 points.
Right. So the game can be as short as 2 captures and full pushes.
Right.
Or it could be just 4 captures.
Right.
But the game does end.
Yes. At some point, you hit the maximum point value.
Yeah. So that's the core of the change that we've made, and it seems to be playing out really well so far.
Oh, yeah.
It's also become a little more round-based because at the end of the payload push, you automatically put back to your base.
Right.
And there's a few things you can do at that point.
Yep.
You have 30 seconds to kind of reorganize.
Yep.
And then then you can go and capture the point again.
Yep.
So the question is, what is it that you do during that time? And the 2 things that we allow you to do after you pushed is change your deck if you want, and pick another deck, and then also get burn cards.
Burn cards.
And the way you get burn cards is by doing the proper things during the gameplay, like you should be doing. You have in the
earn
past.
credits somehow.
Like XP, they're credits now. And by killing other players or by going on a capture point, etc., you gain credits. And during that intermission between points, you can then go and choose the burn cards. The burn cards right now are what used to be the shared cards.
Yep.
In the current system, those will not be in decks anymore.
So only decks are built with character cards. Those shared cards that do the basic functions and counter specific things like shields are now burn cards in match. So for a full round, you can say, I want to do more damage to shields this round, and you spend credits that you burn throughout the match on that.
It's in-game currency. This is not outside credits.
Correct.
This is credits you earn while you're playing during the match. You get the burn cards only for that round, and then they reset back. You got to get new burn cards.
Yep.
So those are the main changes, and we could probably just show you what that looks like right now.
All right. So we're ready to go. My teammate on the other side will launch this match for us. There it is. Okay. So we're going to hop in here. So this is played on the same Siege maps that we had before. The base structure is a little bit different in that you only interact in the first area. But the general idea, for those of you who missed the early explanation, you now are striving to get 4 points total for your team to win the match. You're not striving to destroy gates, and you're not striving to destroy a siege engine anymore. When you capture a point, you get a point. When that point is captured, a payload siege engine will spawn that needs to be escorted by your team. If you escort that all the way to the enemy base, you will get another point. And the first team to 4 points wins the match.
Yeah. Now, if you notice some cards right now, like on EV, if you see a shared card, that was just temporary. That will change.
Right. Also, we have a new scoreboard for anyone who realized that right away.
Yeah, well, we can talk about that
Pretty
also.
sweet.
So, before the match starts, you can actually change your deck now.
Yep.
While
So
you're in the spawn area.
I'm going to hit change deck, and I can go through all my decks. One thing mentioned as well, there's only 2 templates now, but I can basically say, yeah, these are my custom decks. I'm going to go ahead and pick this deck because I want to switch deck, or I was there. And once I set my deck for the round, then I'm ready to go. The round is about to start.
Now, you can't get any burn cards to start off with because you earn no credits.
I have no credits. So these are all the shared cards that are in the game now that be used for decks. They're no longer used for decks. They're now just used for burn cards. So if I really want, a faster ult this round, I can pick up morale boost. And as I earn credits throughout the match, I can spend those on burn cards for the round. So it's a very it's an in-match economy, really. Choosing when to get certain burn cards. Obviously, more powerful burn cards are more credits to purchase for the round. And then cheaper ones are less effective. So we'll go to the point. And if I kill him now, I just got some credits.
And if you hit the scoreboard, you'll see
just credits down here left. As I'm standing on the point, I'm actually capturing credits here.
Yep. And one other thing you notice is that we changed some of the kills to either be solo kills or eliminations.
Right.
A solo kills means you did 100% of the damage to a character.
That's right. No one else assisted in that kill. You got 100% of the effort. No, at least in the time period. So there wasn't an assister on that target, which means you were basically the sole murderer.
We figure that's a little more interesting than the last hits.
Right.
Because sometimes you can last hit somebody with just a tiny health. It doesn't really mean much.
Okay, so we got a point there on the top left. You'll see there's only 4 points total, so we blocked out the first one. So I just got a point for my team. You'll see the siege engine is not moving by itself right now. I have to escort this. It doesn't have a health bar. It's not lit up red or blue. It has a specific color. It's gold, so it's a payload now. So it spawns, and then we have 3 minutes from the point of capture to push this all the way to the end of the enemy base and get another point. If we fail in the 3-minute period, then we'll end up starting over in the next round and trying to capture the point. He's standing on it, so obviously this is full payload rules. I cannot push this forward as long as he's standing on it. So I'm going to get a solo kill here again. Poor Charlemagne. So I have 3 solo kills. Look at me go. And 184 credits.
You'll notice that once you start getting a few kills in a row, it will track. On the left side, you see 3 streak.
I'm on a 3-kill streak right now. And obviously, if you're wondering where the cards went, if I need to see cards, I can click on a target, see their cards on screen, go back on the scoreboard. This is the new scoreboard. Just a little bit cleaner, very basic. Our old scoreboard was...
You can press on and see the cards if you want that the character has.
Right there. You see I have a 3 streak. So I'm going to keep pushing this up.
There are no longer base turrets, so you don't have to worry about that.
The first gate is down. There are no base turrets. They won't attack you, so you're just going to keep pushing this in. And you'll see, I'm going to go away from this payload for a second. You'll see in the first area, you don't have to worry about the second area anymore. It's just the first area. There's this pedestal here I have to get the payload to. And if I get this payload here, I get a point for my team. So as long as I get up to that pedestal, we score another point. So let's go ahead and push it up here. And obviously, if they stand on it, they'll stop it. And it's a lot of fight is happening right now. We're pushing back and forth. Boom, we captured it. We just got another point, so we're 2 points in the lead. Round restarts. We'll have another 30 seconds before the capture point starts. And if I want, I can change my deck again if I feel like I want a different deck. Or I can buy some burn cards. So I have 184 credits. Since it obviously wasn't a full round with a lot of people to kill and a lot of things to do, I didn't get a lot of credits. But I can now buy some of the cheaper cards here, which is the level 1 or cost 1 cards.
And all burn cards are available to everyone.
That's right.
So you don't have to worry about if you're a new player or an old player.
So if I really want, let's say I'm up against, Ying. I really don't want her to do a lot of damage to me, so I'm going to go ahead and get a card that reduces small attacks, which she hits a lot really quickly, but for smaller attacks. I'll pick that up. So now this is purchased. I just lost the credits there. I can pick up one more. I'm going to get Master Writing this too, because I want to get really fast. So these 2 burn cards I have for the round now. So in the bottom left right corner, you'll see those 2 burn cards are selected for me. The round has begun.
You can have up to 3 total burn cards.
Up to 3 total.
And they each have different costs.
Yep.
So you may decide to get some lower cost ones if you want to do something this round, or you may want to save up for more powerful ones for a round that you want to push as a team.
And see, you don't have to buy 3. You can buy none if you want. You can do a save round, as it's called, to make sure that you really kind of hold on to that money. Maybe you want to do a big burst next round when you buy a lot and try to get as strong as you can. So if he captures the point here, you'll see that I'll be on defense for payload. And as he captures or as I contest, like if I go on the point with him, I'll get credits for contesting as well. As the credits go up here, I'm kept stacking that up. And if he knocks me off or kills me, he'll start capturing, and his credits will start going up. I'm on a 3-kill streak. He hasn't killed anything yet. Get that damage down. And then as he captures it, he'll get a point for his team. Again, I've got to remind you, the scoreboard at the top is not correct. It's 2 versus 1. That first point is gone. It's a 4-point total. We just changed that today. And it will be fully round-based. There is a payload portion. There's a capture portion. There's a attack-defend in there as well. And then you're also having an in-game economy where you're deciding when you want to counter people. So if you realize the enemy team has Barrick and Fernando and Ruckus, the next round you might save up and buy the anti-shield card so you can really counter that for the round and then win that round for your team. So see, he's on payload now. This won't have a health bar on it. We'll get rid of that for you. So as I stand on it, stop it. He's going to keep pushing it back all the way to my base. So I have Master Writing. I can zoom, zoom, zoom. And again, if you look at my base, it's the same as the enemy base. There are no base turrets here on the front, so it won't stop you from coming in. The first gate is down. This gate here is also gone, so you can take both routes if you like. This is open for you to push in. Use the cover here to kind of defend on. There's the spawn room. And again, there's a pedestal right in front of the second gate. And of course, we'll make adjustments to the bases to make this a little clearer. This is just so we can make it work. There'll be a pedestal here. If he gets to this, he'll get a point for his team. And then there's just 3 minutes for him to do it. And actually, with the speed of it and the fact that it's here, it actually works out really, really well.
Is there a knife round?
There's no knife round, unfortunately.
Oh, well. That was on the streams, somebody asked.
There's always a...
5-on-5 Grover?
It could be. You get Grover in there.
Yeah.
He's going to push me off.
Axe round.
No! Actually, that's a cool thing I could show.
Now, we know this is fairly early, so there's going to be a lot of tweaking to do for distances and speed of the siege engine, things of that nature. The cart can be pushed backwards. If there are no... if the people that are pushing are not there, after a while...
It'll start rolling backwards a little bit. It's just like pure payload rules.
It's just like normal payload.
Same payload rule. So you see, I have no cards now. The round has restarted and I lost my burn cards. I didn't get any credits, so I didn't really do anything that round. I just kind of watched him push it. Then we'll be able to purchase things. So stuff like Veteran or Life Whip, which are obviously very powerful, cost a little bit more. Some of these down here are much more powerful.
Somebody asked about comeback mechanics. There are still the 2 things that were in the previous patches. One, when you kill players that are doing better than you, you tend to get more credits for it.
Yep.
And the second one is if you're losing by a lot,
you're behind on points.
3 points and you only have 1 point, you will capture the point a little bit faster.
The payload speed will stay the same, so that won't be affected, but you will capture the point a lot easier if you are behind.
And how the siege engine looks will probably change after a while also. It might end up being a big bomb or something of that kind.
We'll make all the art updates.
Burn cards are going to be automatically available for everyone, so you don't have to earn burn cards. And obviously the templates are still in, so we tried to give every character 2 very strong builds that people, even brand new players, can use. And then you can obviously customize further by collecting the cards.
This is something I've wanted for a very, very long time. This isn't what we're talking about. I just wanted to show you it. We now have a targeter for Eevee's Blink. I've always wanted this. This is so cool. I can go. I'm going to blink right there. So useful. So useful. So we're going to capture this point. If we capture this and push it all the way in, the game will be over. I can kill him really quick. I just got some credits. I got 204 credits, and I have a 4 streak. Look at that. Look at that.
I don't know if we'll...
Yeah. Push it along. Creaky, creaky siege engine. So that's basic game mode.
One of the things that we really liked about this game mode is that we have a little bit of confusion with the with players on attacking siege engines and towers, because our game is very FPS PvP oriented, where you're fighting other players, and this essentially removes the need to hit NPC-like things that are really not fighting back.
So basically you don't have to shoot engines, you don't have to shoot walls, it's not about PvE DPS or
You're
anything like that.
just focusing on player versus player the whole time.
Kill players and escort the engine.
That engine is very creaky.
It is very creaky.
Somebody needs some
Kind of creaks me out.
WD-40. I know you want to change it, so maybe we'll have different engines for different game modes.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
See, I still wanted to shoot a big blast something down. For a question that I saw on consoles, we do plan to put this on Xbox and PlayStation. And it seems to be playing very well. So far, for the people that played it internally, at least, we've enjoyed it more than the Siege engine alone.
Then yeah, well, any of the individual modes by themselves.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the super mode that brings it all together.
Now, what we're going to do for the new patch is only have this mode available.
Right.
Payload will not be in.
Survival won't be in.
Not be in, so we can focus on this.
Get some testing and feedback on it.
Get a lot of testing, get a lot of good feedback from everyone, and see how everyone likes it. Any other elements we want to show them in the
store?
In the store? This is stuck on that.
So yeah, if I push this in, the game will be over. It's so close. It wants to be. It wants to be over. Let's go ahead and do it. Boom! So we got 4 points. We won the game.
Yeah, and we'll have a better cinematic at the end of this.
Well, let's show that a little better. Obviously, there's a lot of cleanups we have to do now, but at least you guys have a good idea of what the game mode will be when we put out the patch. Obviously, we'll be evaluating how the game mode does and do some cleanups there, but we want to make sure that everyone's playing the game mode initially so we get some feedback on it and see how it does.
Is there anything new on the champion screens?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not really.
I guess that's the core of what we wanted to talk about. Let's see if there's any more questions in the chat.
That's the major pieces. This does not go live today. We're hoping to have this out this week, but we won't have a really time frame for that patch yet.
Most likely on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Questions?
Can you buy burn cards mid-game or just before the round starts for the round, and you can only do it in the spawn room?
Yeah. So burn cards are designed for a single round.
Yes.
And I guess the maximum number of rounds that you can have in a match, if nobody ever pushes the payload, is going to be 7.
Yep. You cannot sell the burn cards once they're purchased with the credits. It goes into your inventory for the round, and then it goes away after that. You can't do anything after that.
Next champion? When is that playing?
They're active cards, right? No.
They're burn cards.
Burn cards now.
Yes.
They're burn
because
cards.
they actually do burn away. When is our plans for the next champion?
We're hoping to have him out next week.
Really? That soon?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Tentatively. It may get pushed back to the week after that, but yeah. Our rocket launcher dragon.
You can't go wrong with that.
I mean, a rocket launcher jetpack dragon sounds pretty sweet to me.
Yeah.
Just saying it out loud, I don't know if you can go wrong with that.
Yeah, I agree with that. So hopefully once we stabilize this game mode, and if we see that it plays well, and we get all the balance on the various things going, then we can move to the next phases in the game.
Yep.
Obviously, our focus right now is to keep adding additional champions, just finish solidifying the game mode, put a lot of the additional niceties, whether it's skins or proper rewards,
UI cleanups, feedback, how you level your account, get some tutorial videos out there to help new players understand how the game works.
You have a tease for them on what the new character looks like?
He's actually not active in this.
Oh, he's not in this patch.
Yeah, so he's not. I can't bring him up here.
Sorry, can't show him yet.
It's not gonna work.
We'll show the dragon next time.
The dragon. I guess they'll have to wait for the dragon.
Yeah.
Do you have to pick the new burgers every round? You can. So you don't stick with what you picked first time. At the end of the round, it goes away. So you have to pick. If you want another card the next round, you have to buy it again. But you don't have to spend that money. You can do a save round and not spend any credits on burn cards, and then wait for the next round to buy 3 at once. Or you can pick one along the way and get cheaper ones, or save it for a more expensive one. It's really up to you. But once the round is over, that burn card is gone.
Right. Now this patch also has a few small changes to character kits, balance. We're not going to talk about those quite yet until we finish testing them out.
Yep.
I think that's all.
That'll do it. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you have any feedback for us, feel free to hop over to the forums, forums.paladins.com, and give us your feedback. Or, of course, the reddit.com/r/paladins. We'll be watching, we'll be listening, and we'll be getting ready for this patch. And that'll do it for us. So we'll check you out next time. Thanks for tuning in.